Hi, my name is John Hines and I'm a physical therapist specializing in orthopedic and sports rehabilitation. In this short video, I'm going to talk about the importance of technique and running cadence. Technique in sport is important for many reasons, one of which is movement efficiency. The more efficiently we move through the air, water, and over land, the less resistance we have to overcome and the less work we have to do. This holds true for all sport and movement, whether we're running, swimming, playing golf, or simply walking down the street. Efficient movement also means less stress in the body, especially with repetitive, high-impact sports such as distance running, which creates a lot of force that must be absorbed and distributed through the joints and the muscles of the feet, ankles, knees, hips, and spine. Included in good run technique is cadence. Literally speaking, cadence is a measure of time used to describe a balanced rhythmic flow that can be applied to music, speech, and movement alike. Cadence is also used to define a runner's turnover rate, or the number of steps taken per unit of time, usually 1 minute. An optimal cadence tends to be a higher cadence. Most beginning and recreational runners have a cadence of 160 to 165 steps per minute, compared to the more experienced and competitive runners who might average 180 or higher. A higher cadence is helpful for a few reasons. One, it shortens stride length and places the initial contact closer to a runner's center of mass. Two, it decreases its stance time. And three, a higher cadence encourages more of a bent knee posture at initial contact. Here's an example of a cadence of 160 steps per minute. When compared to the higher cadence, you'll notice a long, more loping stride with a heavy heel strike. There's more up and down movement or vertical oscillation, and the knee is straighter or more extended at initial contact. Now looking at a cadence closer to 180 steps a minute, you'll notice the foot strike is closer to the runner's center of mass. This helps reduce the braking effect. Every time the foot hits the ground, it acts like a brake or resistance that has to be overcome in order for the body to move forward and over the foot. The further out in front of our center of mass the foot falls, the greater the resistance. The closer to the center of mass, the less resistance. Decreased stance time reduces the loading rate but also shortens the pronation-supination cycle of the foot and reduces vertical oscillation. And a flexed knee posture helps absorb impact more efficiently than the extended knee. The runner looks as if he's running more on top of his feet, and the foot strike is more of a midfoot strike. 180 steps per minute is often referred to as the magic number. I think it should be referred to as a reference point. Everybody is different, and not everybody will be most efficient at 180 steps per minute. For some it may be 170 and others 185. 175 to 185 steps can be maintained independent of speed, so you don't necessarily have to run faster to maintain a higher cadence. You may also notice that I'm running in a cushioned shoe, and yet the foot strike is a midfoot strike. I think it's important to note that type of foot strike is more a product of the location of foot strike rather than shoe type. After a few minutes into your run, when you feel you're at your normal pace, count the number of steps you take in a 10-second period and multiply by 6, or use 20 seconds and multiply by 3, or 30 seconds and multiply by 2. Using 10 seconds, if you find yourself at 23 to 26 steps per minute, just shorten your stride. Maintain your pace, but shorten your stride. A higher turnover rate does not necessarily equate to increased speed, and the average runner does not need to necessarily run faster to increase their cadence. The new cadence will probably feel awkward at first, and the further you are from 176 to 180, the more awkward and unnatural it will feel, but keep at it. Get the feeling you're running on top of your foot strike and not behind. As you shorten your stride, it's common to lose some flex in the knees and run a bit more stiff-legged. If you find yourself doing this, exaggerate your knee flex by lifting your knees and lifting your heels towards your butt while maintaining the shorter stride. Stay relaxed in the shoulders with a slight forward lean at the hips and maintain a neutral posture. So the next time out, count your steps, see where you fall on the cadence spectrum, and if you're not already near 175 to 180 steps per minute, try shortening your stride and running more on top of your feet. Don't be surprised if some of your aches and pains suddenly disappear. I hope you learned something about technique and running cadence and you can apply it to your next run. Thanks for watching.